And unfortunately, at the moment, we need a striker.
What have you made of this season? Because obviously, there's been some good results, perhaps some bad results, but it's been probably above par.
Yeah, I think we've been a little bit lucky as well, if I'm being honest. I think Brighton missed a couple of sitters in the game, and Palace should have been 3-0 up, let's be honest. You know, Mateta hadn't had his bootlaces tied together, we'd have been 2 or 3 down. So we've ridden our luck a little bit. I was at the Leeds game where we were incredibly poor. That was the worst I've seen us play. The first 45 minutes as bad as I've seen since David was back. I don't know what happened that night. But other than that, it's okay. Sort of what you'd expect. I would think we'd finish, I said the season, if we finish anywhere 12 and above, we've had a good season to be. From where we've been fighting relegation for a few years, that will be progress. But I'm sure the manager would like to finish higher than that. But I do think we do need to get a striker.
Obviously, just on the striking point, I know you done an interview last year where you said they should have sold you believed they should have sold Calvert-Lewin last summer because of, you said, he's going to leave on a free. As things transpired, do you feel vindicated now because of the way things evolved?
Yeah, it was only common sense, really, wasn't it? I actually gutted to see him playing Leeds, and I know you can't rely on him because of his injury record, but he's better than what we've got. That's the thing and if he stays fit and plays every game for Leeds, I'll go mental. Because we couldn't rely on him. He was like, I think it's 400 days he's missed of playing in the last 4 seasons, which is a hell of a chunk to take out of someone's playing. But when he played, I know David Moyes liked him. I just think he's better than what we've got. It's a shame he's there. I don't look at him playing in a Leeds shirt and think he should be there, because I think Everton will finish above Leeds. But maybe that wasn't the issue. I don't know. I don't know personal things with him, but he's certainly better than what we've got.
It's a growing frustration, isn't it, with Everton supporters, that it feels like for so long since Lukaku left, essentially, we've been talking about the need for a centre forward. It just feels like it's the one issue that never goes away, no matter who they bring in, whether it be Beto, Barry.
Yeah,
it's just not quite the right fit.
I'm going to give the scouts a bit of stick, to be honest with you. I think they need to be better. I know when Duncan was there, he told them like mad not to buy Cenk Toast. They went ahead and did it. I think Moyes Keane, Umar Niasse, Tierno Barry, Beto, none of them are good enough, not technically. No, and I know Tierno Barry's turned into a project, apparently, but he wasn't bought as a project. He was bought to be the number 1 striker, and Beto was supposed to be coming off the bench, in my view. It's not turned out to be that way. So I don't know him. I don't see him in training every day, but he's got a long way to go to improve to get in that team.
Is that your big worry when you watch Everton? Is the centre forward, the lack of goals? And
100%. And I think it'll get frustrating for Jack and for Iliman and Ndiaye and for Dewsbury Hall, who's been very good, by the way. I think it'll get frustrating, because if you keep creating chances and there's no one on the end of it, it's going to get debilitating. So January, I don't know if there's any frees out there, or I don't know whether there's someone in the Championship, but that's up to the scouts to find somebody. They've got to get somebody who, look at the lad who played the other night for Brentford up front, Ego. He absolutely tore one to West Ham. And where did he come from? Do you know what I mean? There's got to be players out there. He's exactly what I thought Tierno Barry or Beto were going to be like. He played great the other night when I watched him, and I thought, you do for me, I'd have you in my team. Somebody like that who's physically strong but has got better control. Because there's no doubt about it, the two things, the thing they're struggling with more is technical ability.
Do you think the issue with the striker is you talked about there, the constant change and the constant managers, the director of footballs? It's just become one big mess, essentially, and players are being brought in for one manager, then he goes.
Yeah. It's funny because it's opinions, isn't it? Like Kevin Thelwell's he's gone to Rangers now and he's nailed his colours to the mast with Chimiti, who for me was never getting in the first team at Everton. And he's gone up to Rangers and he's going to have to find some improvement from somewhere, even played in the Scottish League, because I never saw it. I never thought he was going to be good enough to play in the Premier League. This is the problem, it's not just buying the player, it's the physical demands on the Premier League. This league is tough. And Tierno Barry's 6'3" or whatever he is, but he's knocked off the ball every 5 minutes. He's just, even when it comes to him, it's not sticking. So you've got to have someone who's up to the physical demands. I go back to the lad at Brentford the other night who was absolutely bouncing off people, and can control the ball and look like he was going to finish. Somebody like him has got to be an improvement on what we've got.
Do you take heart, though, from obviously some of the Everton's recruitment? Obviously, Jack Grealish is a very good player, but Dewsbury Hall's done very well since he's come in. And do you take heart as well from the fact of what Moyes done in his first spell in terms of recruitment, like Tim Cahill, Stephen Pienaar, Mikel? The list is endless, isn't it? Of the gems that he got. And even, the one I always laugh about, because obviously when he brought him in when he went to West Ham, said to come back to Everton the first time, is Jarrett Bowen, where he was someone at home doing quite well in the Championship. If Moyes gets the job, it's the type of signing Moyes loves, isn't it? And look what Bowen's gone on to do and achieve.
Well, apparently, and it's not supposed to be a pot. What about the scout we sent up there to look at Robertson, Maguire and Bowen and come back and said no to all three of them? Who was he? Does he need his P45? Goodness me. But it is a matter of opinion with scouts, isn't it? What some people see in others. I mean, Tony Henry, for example, got John Stones. There's a scout I want to have on my books. I mean, we bought him for 2 and sold him for 50. I don't want a scout who pays 70 million and we sell him for 20. I want it the other way around. I want somebody who knows what they're looking at. So there are gems out there, there are people to find, and generally David Moyes has been good. I mean, they always say, he takes his time on it, but he's generally got it right. And, Everton were in a position where we had 5 million wiggle room when he was there first time, so we had to get it right. Selling Lescott and buying this Dan was a genius move. Mm-hmm. So your Tim Cahill's was incredible, your Jaggy Elkers, Bainesy, all people he got in. So there's absolutely no doubt he will find the right players, but the scouts have got to do a better job as well.